What's up, y'all? I'm out here. I know this is a lot from the last video that I posted. I really was going through like a mental breakdown. And y'all know I come to this spot. It took everything in me to get out here. Look at it. It's so beautiful out here. It's like a little pine. I call it the tree house. I'm going to call it the house of peace because I really get a lot of peace when I come here. Um, I do. I get a lot of peace when I come here. Um, it's been a lot, and I think I just really had like a mental breakdown this morning. I was just feeling like I've been trying, I've been trying to reach people, and I do appreciate the people that, you know, respond to my shorts and stuff, you know, because a lot of people don't realize like how bad emotional abuse is. Like I was didn't want to really like keep talking about it, but it's literally it's really hard when you in it. It's like being hungry. When you hungry, you gonna keep talking about being hungry, or if you gotta, use the bathroom, you gonna keep talking about it. It's hard not to. It's a big ass elephant in the room. But you know, abuse. No matter what type of abuse that you're going through, it don't matter what type. I used to feel like I was too smart for that. Like I used to feel like I can't fall for the okey doke. I didn't pick because I always really kept my walls up. I never really healed, but I kept my walls up. I didn't let people get to me. I didn't even give people the space to get to me, and I let my walls down with this relationship because I was trying to, move forward and let somebody in. I was trying to let her in, and I've been going back and forth about telling my story because I really deleted every single time I recorded. It started off not with even her. It started off with a whole nother person that betrayed me, and when she betrayed me, that left me vulnerable. Like she did some, cheating dirtball stuff. And when she cheated, after everything that I had went through with her and stuff like that, I ended up becoming into a vulnerable spot. I might not tell the whole story, but because I just feel like it ain't the time, but I'll tell a little bit of pieces of the story. So after that relationship ended, it put me in a vulnerable place. I was going through struggling with my sexuality, and I signed up for a group, for LGBT, just because I was so confused if I, like women or not, and I was going back and forth with myself. So I signed up, and then I was just trying to make friends. I wasn't trying to. I grew up in a Christian household, so like being gay, being a lesbian, liking other sex relationship, um, it was frowned upon. It was not acceptable. So I was dealing with that identity crisis of, oh my God, do I like women? So I was trying to meet women, make friends, and then I crossed this line. I came across this young lady, and I thought she was nice. Like her picture, she was smiling, and I thought, you know, let me say hi, meet friends or whatever. And to be honest with you, wasn't that many. I got a lot of white friends, but it wasn't that many African American people on there because it just wasn't. So I was saying hi to everybody, and then I came across, her, and I was just like, hey, and we talked, and she she was like, no, after I said hey on her picture, I got an inbox, but I normally don't check my inbox on my phone or on Facebook, but somehow I was like, I went to my messenger, I seen like this message request that, if you don't know what that means, that's somebody that basically like try to send you messages, but they're not your friend yet, so it don't go into your inbox. So I seen something, and I'm like, I seen a picture with a whole bunch of people in the picture on the profile. So I'm like, who is this? Go to her page. I said, oh, that's the old girl that I said, one of the girls I said hi to on the group. So I was like, hey, what's up? And we got to talking, and I was like really into Catfish, like watching the TV show Catfish. So I was like, I was like, well, let me go check it. Let me make sure that this ain't no catfish. So I was like, can you video chat me? And she was like, yeah, I can video chat you. So she video chats me, and I'm like, oh, she is. She was working at Amazon at the time. So she was like working, and I'm like, oh, you can call me back because you working right now. And so basically she said, okay, we got to chopping it up. She was saying that she was going to this like little movie thing with her friends, a little movie, having a little movie night or something at her friends house. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I was laughing like I wish I had friends to do that with, because I never really had no friends. I always been like pretty much to myself. So then after that or whatever, I got to that part, and I got to, chopping it up or whatever with her, and I got to talking to her, and she went to the movie night. Sorry, somebody came up here. She went to the movie night, and then as she went to the movie night, she like calls me back, and I'm just like, what is she calling me for? And I'm like, I thought she was at the movie. So she called me and was like, yeah. She made a little joke. She was like, yeah, ain't no snack, wasn't no snacks there. And I'm like, man, black people, we gotta have snacks at our movie. I'm like, how you gonna have a movie night with no snacks? We kind of laughed about it or whatever. So then after that, we got to talking and talking, and I told her like, I just got out of a betrayal situation when my ex, she cheated on me, and she was like, "Oh, that's bad because you seem like you real cool. You seem like you're a real cool person and whatever." And I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, I'm heading through it. I'm going through it." But then okay. So then after we got to that part, she kept on talking about it. She kept talking about, oh, I wish I was your girlfriend. I wish I was your girlfriend. I wouldn't do you like that. She kept playing on my emotions. She kept saying, if I was your girlfriend, I wouldn't treat you like that. You so sweet, you so nice. And I kept telling her, well, I'm not really ready for no girlfriend because I'm still healing. And she kept on just really like, and then I was like, she seemed like a sweet girl. She seemed like she was real about what she was talking. So I was like, she kept asking me, man. She came and was like, I'm about to come visit you on the weekend. And I was like, man, that's kind of a red flag right there. Cause I'm like, you ain't even asked me, could you visit me? You just like, I'm gonna visit you on the weekend. So then after she visit, she like, will I be your girlfriend? I'm like, I'm not. I don't want a girlfriend right now. Um, so because with my ex, that was my first out girlfriend. I messed around with girls in the past, my whole life, basically in secret. I came out to the world for my ex because I loved her so much. I didn't want to be in the closet no more. So I came out. And so I was like, I was so embarrassed about that relationship because even after she cheated, she went live with the girl she cheated on me with, and she tagged all my family. So everybody just knew she cheated on me, and I was so embarrassed. So then when I got with her, the one that I literally ended it with now. So I told her about the whole situation, and then she like really was able to convince me because I was vulnerable. I was vulnerable, like I was like, man, she seemed like a cool person. What if I lose that opportunity? You know, somebody else snatch it up. If you ever think like that, if somebody ever make you feel like that, don't do it. I'm just gonna be here to tell you, don't do it, because if that person is truly meant for you, ain't nobody, it ain't no way that it's not going to happen. If it's divine, it ain't no way that it's not gonna happen. So I know that we be vulnerable sometimes, and I know that we sometimes let our mind, put these thoughts in our mind, and we end up making decisions that we don't even agree with. So basically, y'all, after after that, one day she came over. I wasn't really ready, but I was like, you know what? If I want to keep this girl around, I'm gonna have to, actually be my girl. So I told her, like, I made a when you was in high school, you write, would you be my girlfriend? Yes or no, or boyfriend, whatever you wrote. So I made it like, would you be my girlfriend? Checkbox, yes or no. And she was like, yes. And I like did a romantic, have flowers and stuff. So after that, I told her I said I still want to take it slow or whatever. Then she ended up finding a job in my city, and she like, I found the job. I didn't even know she was looking for a job in my city. It's all these red flags, but I had rose-colored glasses on. All these red flags, I couldn't see them. So then, after she, uh, after she got the job, she moved in with me, and the first red flag that I was seeing was, you know, before she moved in, like she started bringing things to my house, and I was keep catching on, and I'm just like, why are you bringing all this stuff to my house? And she was just like, oh, just because I be coming down, and I don't want to have to keep packing the bag. And I wasn't really paying attention to how much stuff was being accumulated because I never used my closet. I always had like a tote, and I just had it on the outside of my closet because I had a big old room. And I would just have I always like my clothes and like my sweats and stuff, and I would have it in my tote, and then I would have my dresses on like a rack or whatever. So I never used my closet. So one time I went in my closet because I had to get something. I think I had my yoga mat in my closet. I had to go get my yoga mat. I opened the door and it's a whole bunch of clothes, and I'm like, what the hell? So then by the time y'all, fellas or women, that's dating other women, if you, or even if you date men, if you start seeing somebody bringing a whole bunch of stuff over your house, pump the brakes on it. Say, home girl, nah, I understand we together, but you don't need to have all your stuff at my house. You don't need to have this much stuff at my house. Because that's a boundary you gotta set. So basically, when we did get to the point where we about to move, when I was about to move, help her move in, I get to her house, I see all her kitchen stuff, her living room stuff. We go in her bedroom. I noticed that, like in her closet, she only had like three dresses hanging. Like she had no shoes, no nothing. Everything was already at my crib. So I'm just like letting y'all know, like, just watch these sneaky moves that these people are doing, because when you go through emotional manipulation, they try to make it seem like it's something that is not. Like, they make it seem like, oh, that's not what it is. But when you gotta trust your intuition, and at that time, I really wasn't connected with my intuition. I wasn't connected to my higher power. At this point, I wasn't even spiritually awakened. I wasn't connected to nothing. And that's what happens when you're not connected to God. you just go astray. You really just go astray. You be doing a lot of crazy stuff. And I just really never told this story because it would, like, every time I recorded, I would talk a little bit about what my ex did prior. And I just feel like I didn't, it was getting so long. It's still getting long on this video. But like I said, it's just, I got to the point where I just started seeing stuff. Like, I started seeing her eating habits, her spending habits. She even had, I don't like putting it out there, but she even had something she attracted that she couldn't get rid of. And I found this out through the relationship. She manipulated me and said, well, I didn't know, and blah, 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 blah. Just a lot of stuff that I had to find out just by going through this relationship. Like, she was in so much debt. It just all poured into me. We set up when she moved in, I said I was gonna pay the rent and the internet. She said she would go pay just the two little bills. So I trusted her. I didn't trust nobody with this job since my son's dad, because he literally got us evicted because he didn't pay the rent, and I didn't know about it until we was like 4 months in. They never even told us that he would pay the rent. I was surprised they even let us stay there that long. And I that was a whole nother story within itself. So I never trust nobody to help me with pay my bills or none of that. I always, every relationship after that, I just literally pay my own bills, even if they stay with me. I just, whatever, because I knew that it was going to get paid. I knew that so I gave her that because, I end up, when I end up marrying her, like, everything went by too fast. She pressured me into marrying her too. She's like, oh my God, I can't wait till we get married. We get married. And then I just end up like, I was gonna propose because she just kept talking about it so much. She was drilling it into my head, and I changed my mind. Then she kind of made me feel guilty for like changing my mind. So then I took her to Vegas for her birthday, and I just ended up proposing there. And God was trying to tell me not to, because the place that I was gonna propose to her at, they ended up closing early on the night, even though they knew it was gonna be a proposal there. They ended up closing early on that night. It was the little Apple Tower place in the restaurant in Vegas. I was gonna propose there. So I ended up just really proposing off the strip, kind of close to New York, New York. If you know Vegas, then you know where that little waterfall thing is. If you want to look at my vlog, then you will know where it's at, because it's in my vlog and my Vegas vlog on my other channel. But that's where I ended up proposing to, because I just really had nowhere else. So after I proposed, I knew I fucked up. I was like, this didn't feel right. It just didn't feel natural. It was dark. I was trying to record it. I was on live. I was shaking. I just didn't feel right about it. So then after we got married or whatever, things just really changed. It was like she just thought that I was the only one that was supposed to provide or put into the household. She just stopped doing everything. She was spending her money on whatever she wanted to spend her money on, knowing she had to pay the bills, my bills in my name, because before she moved there, the bills was in my name. She was like just not paying the bills, and it was just like so much. And then, like, every time I wanted to leave, she would manipulate me and be like, you let me move down here, you did all this, and then you just gonna like break up with me. She will, every time, or if I broke up with her, she would like write letters to me. That's why I showed on my video. Write letters to me, buy me flowers, doing the most. But then, soon as I would accept it and fall for the okey doke, she would she would sit up here and just go back down the same cycle. It was just like a repeating cycle, repeating itself. And she would just continue to manipulate me. And every time I had something going on, my grandma helped raise me. So when my grandma was sick, I was going through it mentally. And then her grandma had passed away like a year or like 6 months before I met her. So she literally like when my grandma passed away, I told her I was at work. I got the call at work and I was crying and she was making it all about herself. Like, oh my god, when my grandma died, blah blah blah. Like I just really could not agree because she didn't allow me to. And it was just like she just always played on my emotions. She would literally keep triggering points in me that will bring out a monster in me. Like I lost myself. I lost my ability to trust myself. I lost the ability to even make decisions for myself because I was so manipulated and I just really couldn't. So I got to the point where I was like, um I can't even do it no more. So where I came from now, I just one day I got so tired of it. I just said, you know what? She messed up my bills, she messed up my stuff. So I can't even, it did because of what my old landlord did and stuff. She messed up that, so it was just like I was like, I know it's gonna be extremely hard for me to get my own place, and I think that's where she wanted me because she like, well, no, you can't go by yourself. You got to be stuck with me. You got bills that's out of control that I let get out of control. Your landlord messed up your renter history, so you stuck. And I got to the point where I said, you know what? I'd rather live in my car than to keep getting manipulated, gaslighted, and she's just a reckless type of person. She got like a Jezebel energy. Try to use sex and seductiveness to try to lure me in. She just she just was literally the devil in the flesh. And literally she would literally try to seduce me with like, red lingerie. Like I just told her, I was like, I just not feeling this. I was honest. I was like, it's giving, devil vibes. Why you chose red? Why you keep choosing red? Because red is alluring. If you see that even restaurants use the color red to, attract people. So even though I love red, that's my favorite color. You see, I wear it a lot. But it was the way she was using it. She not even a red type of person. She like blue. So for her to use red to lure me in, she had me like she was a puppet master over my life, and I had to cut the strings. So I'm at the point where I just I got into a real depression. So if you see my video, my tower moment video, I literally just recorded that like an hour before I came here, and I was so mentally fucking disturbed, like just thinking about all the stuff. And I ain't even scratched the surface all the stuff she did. Like I don't even want to spend that much time stretch. I just scratched the surface of it. She did a lot of emotional manipulating things to me, and she would do it in a sneaky way, like that she would make you feel crazy. She would make you feel like you the bad guy, like you wrong for your feelings. She never acknowledged my feelings, and it's all stem from my childhood. My mom never acknowledged my feelings. She never even let me express myself, so I never had a safe space to express myself. So when I got with her, it's like she played on all of those things to try to act like, oh, she could communicate in the beginning. She will make it a way for me to express. So that's what lured me in. And then like soon as she got me where she wanted me to be, because like I didn't fall in love easily. So when she got me into that part, that's when she cut it off. She took it away. She literally called herself like punishing me by basically like love bombing me, gaslighting me, they're taking it away and all of that stuff. So, watch out for this stuff. But I just want y'all to know if y'all going through that, y'all is not alone. This ain't my full story because my mind is everywhere. But I just wanted to at least tell y'all a little bit so y'all could get an understanding to why I got mentally just mentally drained and mentally broken. So you guys take care. I love all you guys. And just keep your heads up. Keep me in your prayer. And I'm praying for everybody that's going through any type of abuse. You guys take care. Peace.